Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to another video. I know it's been a while, trust me. I know I've been trying to cope, I've been trying to do some other new things, I've been trying to boost my community, I've been just way busy, right? So, but don't worry, it's fine, I'm here now, right? So, today was actually a very nice day for me. It was quite crazy, all right? So, it was a nice experience, all right? So, but in this video, I'll literally be explaining to you how I was able to make over using just this simple strategy. All right, so let's get into it. So guys, it's actually been a very wonderful week for I and also the community. Like when I say the community, I mean both the insider and both our free services, right? It's been a very crazy week. Like this week and also the past week, we've been killing it like back to back in the market. All right, we've been killing it back to back. So last week, I think I was able to make over, I took only 3 trades. I'm a kind of person that is very strict in risk management. I don't like trading so much. Mine is if I'm able to see a single trade that is a high probability, I go to it, and when I get to it, if I make profit from it, I'm done for the day. I'm not the kind of person that I want to give back to the market when I know that I'm always going to lose if I and the market stand in the same ring face to face. All right, I don't want to be that guy that wants to give back what I've taken from the market. So I just say I'm done for the day. I'm actually done for the day. So last week I actually had some kind of crazy wins. We had a total of 3 trades. All right, only one was a loss, the remaining 2 was profits. All right, then this week I only had 1 loss, and that was on a Tuesday. Wednesday we killed CPI, all right, and then today being Thursday we killed PPI, all right. But I didn't really call this particular trade for the free guys. I actually just sent it to FST advanced traders, right? That's what I literally just did. Alright, so but it has actually been a very crazy ride. I won't lie to you. You need to be in this community if you're not in this community. Trust me, because you're missing a lot. Like there are a lot that you're missing. A lot of knowledge, a lot of information. So don't sleep on this, alright? Don't sleep on this. So now, like I said earlier, I'll be giving you more of a breakdown on how I was able to make over $1,000 just trading this simple strategy. All right, so let's head on to it. So now on my chart, this is actually XAUUSD. All right, so I firstly did start with understanding structure. This is something I love doing all the time. I can't just go into something without understanding what's happening in that particular thing I want to head into. All right, so I literally did first understand what structure was saying. So to me, there were a whole lot of complication in this particular price movement, but because I'm very well experienced, I already know how most of these things actually do work, right? So firstly, I could see some kind of trend line. Early these hours of London, we had a very nice reaction of a trend line level where we had also a demand zone acting as a confluence, all right? But I didn't really participate on this particular trade because I am a kind of person that loves sticking to his rules, right? My rules is this, it's just literally my opening time and closing time. I open around, I start trading around 8 a.m. and I stop trading around 6 p.m. So if I'm to see my setup appearing around 8 a.m. or appearing around 7 a.m., I can't take that particular trade. I'm going to chill and wait for the best opportunity. Alright, so for this very trade, I could see some kind of nice reaction off here, but this was around 2 a.m. like when I'm asleep. Alright, it's 2 a.m. so I can't really participate in this particular trade. But even though I was able to participate in it, I could have taken little profit and close in what break even. Alright, that's literally what could have happened, but I didn't participate in this particular trade. Alright, so now we had some kind of nice reaction. We saw a demand, we saw a trend line as a confluence. All right, we saw demand, we saw trend line as a confluence, which was giving more of a higher probability setup. But I was not on to take the trade. But what then happened? I want to go back to our structure understanding. Now, on the 1 hour, you're going to see things clearly. All right, on the 1 hour, we got to understand that this was our key level high that was being broken to form a new higher high. All right, I saw that key level high and I knew that this area was now some kind of new higher high. All right, so this was now more of a break of structure. So now I was trying to identify what caused the break in the market. I didn't know, but I was trying to figure out. So firstly, when I saw prices moving around here the previous day, which was on a Wednesday, I saw some kind of liquidity build up, and I knew that below this liquidity I had some kind of nice entries there. That's why I didn't really have my trade resting around there just yet. I needed to see more of a sweep, which happened around 2 a.m. but I couldn't just participate because it was too early. All right, so what then happened? We saw some kind of nice reaction. Prices literally did react from the trend line. All right, gave proper confirmation, and when it was London section, things just went sideways. All right, so I've gotten the information I want to get from the higher time frame, which is what my structure. I've seen that prices are literally in an uptrend, making a higher high, a higher low, created a higher high at this area, and then came to the downside to create a higher low. All right, now we're looking forward to see prices push to the upside to create a new higher high. All right, so the question is, where are we going to have an entry? How can we develop our entry? All right, I went to the 15 minutes, saw that prices was literally doing some kind of crazy thing around this area. I had a trend line. Let me remove this. I had a trend line actually resting around here. This was meant to be a valid entry, but what happened? Prices broke out from the trend line level, and based on what I know that the next thing that is going to happen is liquidity. I've seen my liquidity. I've seen that we are still trading in a particular range. All right, we call this trading range. This particular horizontal area is a trading range. It's part of is what we see as a high should we call it high probability level, or high area of interest. All right, high area of interest. We traders don't really want to see that place being broken. All right, so we want to always be very mindful about those areas. So what happened around the area? I could see some kind of liquidity sweep. All right, this happened exactly around I think this was around 12. I called this out around 1 p.m. here to the advanced traders, stating that we had our liquidity sweep actually identified on XAUUSD USD. So let me go to the 5 minutes. On the 5 minutes, we had same thing. We had some kind of nice reaction. 15 minutes was showing me a proper weak rejection, which I can use for liquidity identification. Right, so we had that rejection. On the 5 minutes, we saw major levels being broken. I saw this low, this high being broken, giving me a proper confirmation that yes, this is going to go as planned. My initial entry actually did start around here. That was the area I did call for our advanced traders to actually enter from. We entered around this level as soon as we had the candlestick actually closing as a what? As a hammer. All right, this was a hammer. Right, so we had our entry, and then we had TP obviously resting above this high, because if you check based on structure, you get to understand that market was quite bearish, which is it made a lower low, a lower high, it made a lower low, came to this area of supply, reacted from supply, then came to the downside to form a new lower low. Right, so but after that, we know that we found our buying power around here, and we want to see prices pushing to the upside. So if I'm able to take a trade around here, every single entry that we are seeing around this high becomes what? A low probability setup. It's not something that we want to participate in, because we know that we've seen a buying power from below. So what is now the essence of you taking a sell at supply? Right? What is the essence of you taking a sell at PSY level, or what is the essence of you taking a sell at KZ level, or whatever you call it? Let's say resistance levels. Right, so there was no reason for me to actually do that. And now that thing I didn't want to find myself doing was holding a trade, because I already understand the trend. Now we're pushing impulsively to the upside to break out from this previous high. So because I have that information with me, doesn't mean that I should then have my TP resting above this high. This is something that you as a trader should never do. Never. If you want to actually participate in market, always try to focus more on the minor movements that are actually happening. Don't really focus on the major, like saying that you want to have your TP at this area of interest, let's say above this previous higher high. This is over 400 and something pips. what is going to give you 400 and something pips? Unless you want to hold this for weeks or hold this for months, right? Or let me say some days. Let's say 3 days or 4 days. But aside that, it's never advisable. Instead, it's better you take things gradually. As prices are going to the upside, create higher highs, it's at those high level that you're looking forward to what? Exit your trade. You don't want to belong in the market after market has already identified a high level and it has confirmed that this particular price level is a high level before it starts retracing, just like what it's doing here. So if I found myself actually doing this, having my TP above here, all right, I would be peeing on myself right now, probably, because market is coming back into my entry. And if I want to trade properly, or if you want to trade properly, obviously you'll be holding this trade in break even. Now, in the case where prices now comes to the downside and then tap your break even, you're going to be filled with what? Regret, because you were fetching over, let me see, I think this was over almost 200 pips. You're fetching over 190 something pips and you did not book your profit. You did not book your profit. And now prices now comes back to your entry level and then got you in the wrong side of the market. Alright, it took you out. It's very painful, I will tell you, because I know I learned from it in order to grow. Right, I learned from this particular thing I'm telling you in order to grow. Now, another thing that gave me a proper confirmation was the news, which is the PPI. So I can't really say that this was more of a fundamental trade, but I will just focus it more on technical. I just use the fundamental as more of a confluence, alright, because fundamental accepted to the fact that prices are meant to push to the upside, alright, and that was something that we derived from our normal basic technical knowledge, alright. So this is how I was able to do this shit. It's very easy. It's very easy. I've been doing this back to back. Alright, so guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you like this video, don't forget to actually subscribe, like, and then share. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.